So I've done that exercise, added some Cora flux, right? Now it's up to you what you want to do with the rest of the tile. There's so many options. So let us use one more of my pattern, which is called fox. So I'm drawing this leaf kind of shape, adding an aura, and then just adding this zigzag, just like the snake plant, right? So I'm going to add a couple of these here. Adding an aura to the shape like this, and then adding a zigzag like this, just like we have in a snake plant, right? Again, one more, adding an aura, and then the zigzag. This is another pattern fox which I have floated on my Facebook page. You may have seen close versions of this pattern, but I have never seen this pattern being used this way, so I thought of naming it fox, one of the varieties of snake plant, right? So I'm just drawing this long leaf like lilies, and then adding an aura, and then adding the zigzag line inside. Right, one more. So take your time, go slow, enjoy. You can draw it any ways. Right. Probably one or two here. I hope you can see it clearly. The placement has changed, so right. So the zigzags, great fun to draw. Simple pattern. Right. So I don't think we need anything else here. So let us place some bronze chairs or tipples here and there, or probably some orbs like these with a highlight, and that should be enough, right? So I'm drawing an orb, leaving a space at the top, filling it in, somewhat like a bronze chair. And also add one or two extra orbs here and there. Right, some orbs here and there. Tipple always comes handy to enhance your tile, fill in small spaces, goes with any tangle. Looks really nice. Right. So just don't hesitate to use it wherever you feel like. They always look nice. Right? I think that's about it. We don't want to mess up the center. So one more line of aura to the outside, to my noom. Right, the rest of the portion you can either color it or you can just draw lines like these. Would also look nice. You can also leave it empty, you can ink it black, up to you. Right, so I'm going to add lines like these throughout. So I've completed that exercise, and what I'm doing next is thickening the outer border with my 08. Because I think it will look better. So I'm using my 08 and thickening the outer aura. Right, so kind of highlighting my noom. Of course the center of attraction is the Vitruvius, but noom is no less. Right, so now let us start to shade our tile. So what I'm going to do is, as I showed to you, add graphite on one side of my Vitruvius. Right, again do the same thing with my Coraflux also. Highlight one side and make the other side darker. Right, again almost the same exercise on every tangle. I'll be using both gray and white chalk. So spaces are less, so make sure you don't overdo. Right, so blend it, but don't blend in such a way that the whole thing goes gray. You want the ends to be dark, and then blend it, pull it towards the center. Again the same exercise, shade on one side of the leaves and highlight the other side. I'm almost turning one side of the leaf grey, if you can see, right? So light and dark, contrast. Again just a touch small, because I don't want the entire thing to go grey, so just touch on the pencil that I've put on my fox. Slight touch. Right, and then a thick graphite in the inner aura of the gnome. I'm really pressing my pencil hard here. As I showed you in the previous session, you can always use a grey watercolor pencil if you want to really emphasize the inner aura, make it look like something is inside, you know, enclosed. So I'm going to blend it, but I'm not going to blend it too much that the entire white space goes grey. So I'm pulling the graphite from the edges, but I'm not pulling it too much. Taking circular motions. Right, and then we will put some chalk on this part of the gnome, the S. I'm sorry, not chalk, graphite. You can shade gnome in different ways. You can shade the outer edges. I'm going to shade one side of it like this, right? So there are different ways to go about shading. Probably you could refer to my video. I'm shading one section of the gnome. Right, so I don't want to overdo it, and then I'll pick up my white chalk and places where I have not put any graphite, I'm going to give the light and dark effect. Like this. Right, so you can do it on everything because we have shaded all in the same fashion. On the leaves, right, and on the fox. Go slow, take your time, highlight one part of the fox where you have not put your graphite. Really pops up, right. I think that's about it. Simple tile with the pattern Vitruvius in the center and some more tangles to go along. You can always use a blender for the charcoal also. I generally don't use it. Right, so that's today's tile with the pattern Vitruvius. And now I'm going to close my tile here. You can embellish your gnome here, right? You can do some more, but I feel like closing my tile here. So my initial, sign and date it always. Today is 26th of April. So I'll try and get back with another video on another new Zentangle original pattern. I had already posted some of these tiles if you had a look. This was Vitruvius in the border, and again Vitruvius as a string. This is a tile I drew while on flight. This is another tile that I had posted, right? So these are all Vitruvius used in different ways. So, and this is today's tile. So catch me with another session with another new Zentangle original. Till then, bye bye, stay safe, take care.